Namaskar. Today we shall discuss the third part hmm, of our NEET human biology class. Here the abnormality in male reproductive systems. What are the different abnormalities? We will discuss that. What are the different abnormal situations can develop in male reproductive systems? So first start cryptorchism. Some terminologies are there. These are very important. Certainly asking in NEET exams, uh, All India Men's exams, and GMAR exams. Cryptorchism, cryptorchism is a uni or bilateral absence of testis in scrotum. Normally, what happened? Testis present in the scrotum, but during the it is actually in a embryonic condition, in during the 6th or 7th month of pregnancy, when it's present in fetus. In fetus condition, the testis present inside the abdomen, not in a scrotum, inside the abdomen. So, during the birth or during the 6th, 7 months or 7 to 8 months of pregnancy, when fetus present inside the womb, the testis of the male child becomes either it is 6 or 7 months or during the birth of during the time of birth, they descend from the abdomen to scrotum. Descent means that comes from abdomen to, that is if it's a human body, if a baby body, testis is present here, and later it will goes down to scrotum here. Later during the 6 or 7 months of pregnancy or at the time of birth. So, if uni or bilateral absence of testis in scrotum, either one testis is present or two testis, either one testis is absent or both testis is absent. It is called cryptorchism. That is, it remains inside the abdomen, not it descend into the scrotum. So it is a kind of abnormality, because why testis present in scrotum? Scrotum is present. Scrotum is a sac-like structure present outside the body, because sperm production require 2 to 3 degree less temperature than the body temperature for the production of sperms. So, why testes are not present inside the abdomen? But in case of ovary, in case of females, ovary is a primary gonad, but it is not present in another sac. It is present inside the abdomen. But in case of testes, it is the opposite phenomenon. It is during the embryonic condition, it is present inside the womb. During embryonic condition, it is present inside the abdomen. But at the time of birth, or up at the 6 or 7 months of pregnancy, the testis comes from the abdomen to scrotum. However, this movement, if not occur properly, that is, if it remains inside the abdomen, then the abnormality occurred. What kind of abnormality will occur? That is, if it is present inside the abdomen, testosterone production will be okay. All the hormone production will be okay, but sperm production will be reduced significantly, because the body temperature inside the abdomen is higher, which is we know that body temperature is 2 to 3 degree less body temperature is needed for the formation of successful sperms. Okay, so this is a cryptorchism, union bilateral absence of testis in scrotum. Okay. Sometimes what happens, one testis comes from the abdomen into the scrotum, or sometimes both the testis come absent in the scrotum. So this is the cryptorchism. Castration. What is the castration? Castration is the surgical removal. In some cases, we need to separate the testis from the body. It is called castration. This is the surgical removal of the gonads. Not only the testis. If testis and ovary, in case of tumors, or cancerous cases, or in some other abnormalities if occurred, we need to separate the testis and as well as the ovary from the body part by surgical process. This is called castration. Castration, that is surgical removal of the gonads. Surgical removal of the gonads, either ovary and testis. If surgically removed from the body, then it is called castration. Now, orchidectomy. Orchidectomy. What is orchidectomy? Orchidectomy is a removal of the male testis. removal of the male testes is called archirectomy. Surgical removal of either testis or ovary is called castration, but removal of only the male testes is called archirectomy. Removal of the male testes from the body. Now the monoarchidism. Monoarchidism is a abnormality where two testes are not present. Only single testis is present. It's called monoarchidism. Monoarchidism is the term presence of single testis in a scrotum. It is not. It is slightly different from the cryptorchidism. Cryptorchidism is both the testis is present in the body, but single testis is descended from the abdomen to scrotum. But it is monoarchidism, that is single testis is present, only single testis is present in a scrotum. So monoarchidism. Monoarchidism. Polyarchidism, if more than two testes present in a scrotum is called polyarchidism. Synarchidism. Synarchidism is a fused testis. That is, if two testes are present in a scrotum and both are fused together, it's called synarchidism. Oligospermia. Oligospermia is a specifically male abnormality. If number of sperms per male of semen, if number of sperm is less than 20 million, if number of sperm is less than 20 million per ml of sperm, it's called oligospermia. Oligospermia. Oligo means less. Oligospermia. Agiospermia. Agiospermia is the abnormality where sperm is nearly absent in the semen. Nearly absent. Here the number is less than 20 million per ml, but here sperm number is nearly absent. What has happened? Teratogzoospermia. Teratogzoospermia is a large number of abnormal sperms. Sperms number is okay. Number is 200-300 million. But if among the sperms, most of the sperms are abnormal. Abnormal that sometimes there is a common sperm, sometimes they have two tail, sometimes two head, sometimes large head, sometimes small head. These are abnormalities. If teratogzoospermia is if one individual produces huge amount of abnormal sperm, it is called teratogzoospermia. And asthenozoospermia is the absence of sperm motility. Normally, about more than 50%, more than 45 to 50% sperm should be active and healthy in a semen. If sperms are abnormal and asthenozoospermia where the sperm motility is absent, absence of sperm, all the sperm's number is okay, sperm volume and sperm structure, sperm structure is okay, sperm volume is okay, sperm number is okay, but they are not able to swim. This kind of abnormality is called asthenozoospermia. So these are the abnormalities. Cryptorchidism, both the testes is present inside the abdomen, or single testis is present inside the abdomen and single in the scrotum. There is a castration. Castration is a surgical removal of the either testis as well as gonads, as well as another gonad, that is ovary. Archirectomy, there is a surgical removal of the testis. Monoarchidism, single testis present in the scrotum. Polyarchidism, if more than two testes present in the scrotum. Synarchidism, if two testes is present and both are fused together, this is synarchidism. Oligospermia, that is the number of sperms less than 20 million per ml of sperm, semen, is called oligospermia. Agiospermia is that sperm is near absent. Only seminal vesicles, seminal fluids is present, no sperm is there. Agiospermia. These terms are very important. You have to remember it. Teratogzoospermia is a large number of abnormal sperms is there. That is the number of total count of sperm is okay, volume of sperm is okay, but large number of abnormal sperms is present. Asthenozoospermia is absence of sperm motility. All are okay, but sperm motility is absent. However, now we will discuss about the complete structure, normal structure of sperm. What is actually the structure? It has been converted. It can be divided into three parts: head, four parts: head, neck, middle piece, and tail. We know head part contains the nucleus, and most important head part is acrosome. Here is the acrosome. Acrosome is developed from Golgi complex. Golgi. It is developed from Golgi. It's the secretory vesicle. We know that is cell organelle. Golgi is the secretory vesicle. They form the secretory vesicles. So it is derived from the Golgi, and it is related to the lysosome. Lysosome. That is another cell organelle. Lysosome. We know that having the several hydrolytic enzymes for lysis. Lysosome. It is acrosome is related to the lysosome and developed from the Golgi body. So what are the different acrosome is very important. Acrosome, why it present at the top? Because during the successful fertilization, when sperms meet the secondary oocyte, then secondary oocyte is actually covered with several cell layers. So sperms have to take entry inside the ovum. It have to cross the several barriers. So these kinds of barriers can be overcome by the acrosome. While acrosome contains several kind of hydrolytic enzymes. What are the different enzymes? These are the different enzymes. Acrosomal enzymes are hyaluronidase, zona lysine, corona penetrating enzymes, neuraminidase, alkaline phosphatase. These are the different enzymes. These enzymes are filled when it comes attached with the egg surface or secondary oocyte. Several cell layers are present. So these enzymes help to dilute or digest the different protective cell layers of the egg or ovum and help sperm to take entry inside the ovum. So and present in the nucleus, and second one is the nucleus. We know that during the successful fertilization, only the nuclear part or head part or nucleus part is entered inside the oocyte along with the centriole. However, just below the at the neck region there is a two centrioles. One is proximal and another is distal centriole. During the fertilization, proximal centriole enters inside the secondary oocyte, and secondary distal centriole present in the left behind in a tail region. So this why it is present, because egg contains single centriole and the sperm donating the another centriole. These two both centriole together constitute the complete centriole structure in a oocyte. Because after successful fertilization, successful entry of a sperm, then within few hours the egg will be converted into diploid zygote, and zygote will take mitotical divide, and this mitotical divides this mitotic division require two centrioles. These two centrioles, one centriole present in an egg and another is donated by the sperm, that is proximal centriole. Not the distal one. Distal one remains inside the sperm tail. And a middle part is slight solen region. This region actually contains the spiral structure, that is the mitochondria. The mitochondria, huge number of mitochondria are present spirally. Why? The number of mitochondria is present spirally because this region is providing the energy, ATP energy. Mitochondria, we know that the mitochondria provide energy, which are very helpful for their swimming. Actually, from at the site of ejaculation, that is after sexual copulation, from the site of sexual ejaculation, the sperms have to move many large path from the cervical region to the ampulla region of the fallopian tube. So this distance it has to cross, and so for this distance, to cross this distance, to go this path, sperms have to move, and this requires the energy. And for swimming, the energy is provided by the mitochondria. However, this mitochondrial region is called Nebenkrane. This very important term, that is spiral arrangement of mitochondria, is called Nebenkrane. In some insects, it's very important. Nebenkrane term is very important. That is that this is spiral mitochondria. That is at the middle region of the sperm. Mitochondria present spirally, and this spiral mitochondria region is called Nebenkrane. What is manchety? Manchety is the important term. Manchety is nothing. Actually, total sperm is covered by its cytoplasmic membrane. It's present in the cytoplasmic membrane. It's total weight and cytoplasm. It's thick cytoplasm. And of these, at the middle region, cytoplasmic covering is high. And this region, the region where cytoplasmic covering, covering is where thick, whereas cytoplasmic covering is very thick. This region, thick cytoplasmic covering, that is thick cytoplasmic layer at the middle of the sperm is called manchete. So this is the overall structure. Another important term here they have written that capacitation. Capacitation is a phenomenon where after the ejaculation during the sexual intercourse, and then sperm is present at the cervical region, where immediately after ejaculation the sperm coagulates. Coagulates means due to the presence of some protein body, coagulating protein in a presence in semen. This coagulating protein helps to coagulate, and after few minutes or after few time, that again dilutes, that semen region, that coagulated region becomes diluted, and the sperms start going from this cervical region to the ampulla region to for fertilization. And this coagulation, this coagulating part is becomes liquefies. This liquefaction and the movement from this cervical region, sperms move from the cervical region towards the ampulla region, and during this course of journey sperms actually change itself, that is some changes occur in the sperms. This change is called capacitation. So capacitation is a very important term. After the successful fertilization, the sperms is coagulated in the cervical region of the female, and from this region it again redilutes, and that rediluted region, from this rediluted region the sperms start going upward towards the ampulla region. During this journey, sperms uh, going through several changes, and during these changes, so that it can fertilize successfully the egg or ovum, and during these changes called capacitation. Thank you. So we have discussed here the what are the functions of acrosome, what is actually derivation of acrosome from Golgi, and it is related to lysosome, manchete, nebencrine, the spiral region, and acrosomal enzymes is hyaluronidase, zona lysine, corona penetrating enzymes, and neuraminidase, alkaline phosphatase. These are the different and these are the abnormal terms. You have to remember this and practice. Thank you.